Hello everyone, welcome to LRDI Prep. My name is Sameer Sardana. I'm a Plus educator on Unacademy and I'm teaching students live on Unacademy Plus for CAT exam preparation. If you wish to attend my live sessions on Unacademy Plus for CAT exam preparation, guys, you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus using my referral code LRDI Sameer. This will also give you discount and you can attend all of my live sessions for your CAT exam preparation on Unacademy Plus. Guys, we will continue with multiple pie chart advanced level DI set. We have already discussed question number 1 of this set, right? We have discussed the instructions and we have also discussed how to read a multiple pie chart, how to connect every information which is given in the individual pie charts. So let's straight away jump to the question number 2. Let me give you a quick revision what is given in the instruction part. The instruction part says that there are 3 families, Tom, Dick and Harry. The pie chart below gives the distribution of their income on various heads. The last pie chart gives the distribution of the total saving of these 3 members in the different investment schemes. We have the distribution of expenses of Tom. We have the distribution of expenses of Dick. So this tell you that 22% of the Tom's income is spent on food, travel, he's spending 10%, on clothing he's spending 15%, medical he's spending 8%, saving 35%, entertainment 10%. Similarly, there's a pie chart for the way the Dick income is being spent on different items. And similarly, we have the chart for Harry, and this 4th chart is talking about the distribution of the total saving. That means whatever is the total money that they're saving, right? The total saving of Tom, Dick and Harry, how that saving is invested in different investment schemes, what percentage of their total savings of TD and H is going in the form of FD, how much is spent on, how much is invested in the gold, that is 25%, mutual fund 15%, and cash 30%. A very basic information to understand, but the main part is that you should know how to connect everything, right? All the questions of this set are mainly based on the concept of percentage and ratio. Question number 1 has been discussed. 18.5% was the answer of the question. Question number 2, it says if the clothing expense of Tom is double the clothing expense of Dick, while the medical expense of Tom is 4 times the medical expense of Harry. So let's straight away use this information. The clothing expense of Tom, guys, you see that in this graph the clothing expense is 15%, right? And D's clothing expense is 15%. Now when I say this statement that Tom income's 15% is double of D's income 50%, that means this tells me that the Tom income is 2 times of Dick income, right? So Tom income is 2 times of Dick income. Next it tells you that the medical expense of Tom is 4 times the medical expense of Harry. You see, medical expense of Tom is 16% and medical expense of medical expense of Tom is 8%, guys, and medical expense of Harry you can see 16%. So can I say that 8% of Tom income is equal to, as per the question, 4 times of Harry's 16% income, right? Because Harry is spending 16% on medical, so 4 times of Harry's medical expense is equal to 8% of Tom medical expense. Okay, medical expense of Tom, which is 8% of Tom's income. So this tell you guys, that Tom income is 4 times of Harry's income. So you see that we now have Tom incomes in terms of Dick income and Tom income in terms of Harry income. You see that T is 4 times of H. Can I also write down 2 times of D income will be equal to 4 times of Harry income. So this tell you D's income will be equal to 2 times of Harry income. Now, can I write it down in terms of ratio? You see Tom, Dick and Harry. Tom income is 4 times of H. Alright, D income is 2 times of H. And Harry's income will be H. So you see that sorry guys, here the Tom income is 8 times of H, I'm sorry, and this is equal to 8 times H, so D's income will be 4 times of H. Alright, let me just correct it over here. See, 4 into 2 will be 8 times of H, right? So let's just quickly correct it. Alright, so T is 8 times of H and you see T's income is 2 times of D income, which is equal to 8 times of Harry income. So D income will be 4 times of H. Now T income is 8 times of H, D income is 4 times of H, Harry income will be H. You see that this give you the ratio of 8:4:1. That means if I assume that Tom is in earning is 80 rupees, then D's earning will be 40 rupees, and then Harry's income will be 10 rupees, right? Now what we are supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out that their saving in the form of cash is in the ratio 4:3:1 respectively. It is given in the question that the Tom, Dick and Harry's saving in the form of cash is in the 4:3:1. If you know the relationship between Tom, Dick and Harry's income, you see we can also find out what is the money that they're saving in the form of cash. How can I find out? By using the fourth graph, because the fourth pie chart is talking about the distribution of total saving. That means the total saving of Tom, Dick and Harry has been invested in the different forms in this part, right? Using this pie chart, this tell me that 30% of their total saving is invested in the form of cash. And what is their total saving? We can find out the individual saving, we can club them up, and then we can find out the total saving. You see that Tom's saving is 35%. So Tom is saving 35% of its income. What is the Tom's income? 80 rupees. So 35% is Tom's saving. And you see, Dick is saving 25% and Harry is saving 20%, right? So this Dick is saving 25%, Harry is saving 20%. You see, 35% of 80 will be 28. And 25% of 40 will be 10, and 20% of Harry is 2. So the total saving of T, D and H is 40. And now using this fourth graph, I can find out in the form of cash, they are saving 30%. So 30% of 40 will give you a value of 12. This tell me the total saving of Tom, Dick and Harry is 12 rupees, right? The total saving is of Tom, Dick and Harry is 12 rupees. All right. Now you see that? All right. So that this is their total saving, right? 12 rupees is the total saving. Now this 12 rupees has been invested in the ratio 4:3:1. That means, now let me just create a space for you guys. Now I'm straight away writing down this information. Let me just clean this part here, right? Okay, so what do we have at this point now? That the total saving in the form of cash is 12 rupees by all three of them, and the ratio of Tom, Dick and Harry saving in the form of cash is in the ratio 4:3:1. That means if total saving is 8 rupees in the form of cash, then Tom is saving 4 rupees, Dick is saving 3 and Harry is saving 1. So out of 8, you see Dick is saving 3 rupees, and out of total 12 rupees, what will be the amount that Dick will be saving? 4 into 3, 4 into 2, that is 9/2. 9/2 is 4.5. Now what we are supposed to find out is the saving of Dick in the form of cash is what percentage of the total income of Dick. What is the total income of Dick, guys? Total income of Dick is 40. So we are supposed to find out 4.5 is what percentage of 40. That is your answer. 4.5 is what percentage of 40, guys? You see, this will be 45/4. This is 11.25%, and this is the answer of the question. So when you read the information, when you read the statement of the question, you see that by reading these two lines, the first two lines, you should be able to evaluate that the Tom's clothing expense and Dick clothing expense ratio is given, and then Tom medical expense with the Harry's medical expense is also given. Using the first two lines, you should be able to evaluate, you should be able to make a structure for this question that I will be able to find out Tom, Dick and Harry's income ratio using the first two parts. And once I know the income, I also know the savings of individual savings of Tom, Dick and Harry. And once I know the saving, I also know the total saving. Once I know the total saving, I also know what is the saving that they have in the form of cash using the fourth graph. And once you know what they are saving in the form of cash, I can find out the individual saving in the form of cash using the ratio 4:3:1. And once I find out the individual cash, I can also find out what is a big saving in the form of cash as a percentage of its total income, right? So this is what you have to do when it comes to the multiple graph data interpretation sets. You should be able to know that what information is supposed to taken from which graph, right? How can you connect the information? This is the kind of structure that you should have in your mind before you start solving the equation, before you start solving the question. Otherwise you end up making a lot of equations, and that and those equations will be unnecessarily to solve the question, right? And you will end up wasting a lot of time which can be solved without making equation. You just make a small structure of it. You should be able to know which information is supposed to taken from the which graph when it comes to the multiple pie chart. Thank you so much for watching this video. We will be discussing question number 3 and question number 4 in the next part of this video. This was a part 2 of multiple pie chart advanced level data interpretation set. Thank you guys. Please share this video with all of your friends who are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance exams. I'll be uploading logical reasoning and data interpretation content on this channel for CAT as well as for other MBA entrance exam also. Thanks to all of you for watching the video.